really cool, Milo. Yeah, get a load of these. My brand new pair of XL5 Trailblazers. What do you think, Cam?
Really nice. But what's with the big scuff mark on them?
What? I don't see any scuff mark. Where'd you see it?
Sorry,
Couldn't resist. Very funny.
Alfred, you have to do something. It's terrible. He's dying. He's really dying.
What? Who's dying, Lily?
Save old Gnarly, Alfred.
Old Gnarly? Oh, no!
It can't be.
What happened? We were climbing Old Gnarly just last week. He was fine then. Look at this leaf. It's all brown like it was fall.
But it's the middle of summer. It should be green.
Can't figure it out myself. Just last week, this big oak looked fine. I know because I accidentally went over one of Gnarly's roots.
How did that happen?
I was delivering some salt.
Salt? The kind you use on paths?
Yep. You can never be too prepared for winter. Anyway, I hit a big bump. Almost tipped over my cart. It was one of old Gnarly's roots, but I didn't damage it. A couple of days later when I checked, old Gnarly was fine.
So what could happen to a tree in less than a week? This sounds mysterious to me.
I hear oak trees can live up to 400 years. Must be time to cut them down.
Alfred, we can't cut down old Gnarly. We just can't.
I don't know, Lily. I think if it's time to come down, he's got to come down.
But he's my favoriteest tree in the whole forest. He can't be cut down. Let him live.
I agree with you, Lily.
Well, okay, Lily. We'll do some research and see what we find out.
You can save him, Alfred. I just know you can.
Rudy said oak trees can live up to 400 years.
Maybe there's some way to find out how old Gnarly actually is. Oh no, my new shoes are all muddy. Cheese!
Oops. Sorry, Mr. Remy. We didn't mean to spoil your picture.
Now, how could it be a spoiled picture with you kids in it? Besides, I always take lots of pictures.
Hey, that's right. Any chance you have some really old photos of old Gnarly?
No, but I do know a place where you might be able to find one. An archive is a collection of historical documents, pictures, and journals. Anything to do with Gnarly Woods is in these filing cabinets.
Let's look in the picture files. Found something. Oh no, that's not an oak tree.
Here's an old photograph of people planting a tree.
Alfred, that's your mom and dad when they were your age.
Really? Wow. But it's probably not old Gnarly. Look how small it is.
I think it is. Look at the rock behind it.
It's the same rock.
See if there's any information written on the back.
Early picture of old Gnarly being planted.
Jackpot! If old Gnarly was planted when your parents were kids, it's less than 30 years old.
And if oak trees can live up to 400 years old, old Gnarly isn't old, he's young. This is our first clue. Something else is affecting his health. And we don't have much time to find out what. Thanks, Mr. R.
No problem, kids.
Stop! We have to keep a sharp eye out for clues. Leave no leaf unturned. We'll climb to the top of old Gnarly if we have to.
I'm glad we put you in charge, Mr. Chief Investigator. But I doubt we'll have to climb to the top of old Gnarly.
Well, it's not like a clue is just gonna drop out of the sky. Wow. That was easy.
This branch is really dry.
Dry branches and dry leaves. I think we have our second clue. Old Gnarly is drying up because it's not getting any water. Not enough water, but it's rained practically every weekend. I know, because it's interfering with my hiking. Right. And that makes this really mysterious.
Well, Mr. Kodiak, this is it.
Just call me Grizz. Wow, Talk about big. Shame it has to come down.
Did you hear that?
Hey, you're going to cut old Gnarly down now?
We can't wait for one of the really big branches to fall off. It's too dangerous.
But he's not that old.
Sorry, but stay clear of the tree. I've got a lot of work to do before I cut this big guy down.
How much time do we have?
Until tomorrow, but that won't help. The tree will be completely dead by then.
Let's go. Hurry, Milo.
Ah, kids.
Keep quiet. Any sign of Grizz?
Nope.
Camille, you stay here and keep an eye out. If you hear something, just whistle. Look for anything that might show us why old Gnarly is so dry.
You mean like worms?
What?
This is really weird.
Look, what's with all the worms in the dry ground? This doesn't make any sense. Okay, we'll get some soil and look at it back at headquarters.
Uh-oh. Alfred, Milo!
Oh, these are gonna be good for fishing. Really good.
Hey, guys! We have to go, now!
Hey! Ah! Hey! Wait!
Well, it's pretty obvious what happened to old Gnarly. Mr. Kodiak's the answer to our mystery. He probably did something to old Gnarly so he could get the job.
Maybe. But what about all the worms on the ground around old Gnarly?
And the dry ground. It's rained in the past few days.
And why aren't old Gnarly's roots getting any of that water? Time for a clue review. Old Gnarly is less than 30 years old. And since oak trees live up to 400 years, he isn't dying of old age.
But old Gnarly is drying up. His leaves are brown in summer, and his branches are brittle.
If only I hadn't dropped the bucket.
No use crying over spilled
Your
dirt.
shoes! Milo, you're tracking dirt on the floor.
I am?
He is!
Hey!
Milo, the dirt stuck in your big treads is the sample we need. Thanks for the help.
What are we looking for?
I don't know. Something that looks like it doesn't belong.
What's this?
Something that doesn't belong. It's rock salt. That's our third clue.
Hold it! Salt!
Water.
What? Salt. Water.
Salt dissolves in water.
Water. The rock salt, sodium chloride, dissolved by the water, traveled down to old Gnarly's roots and caused the roots to dehydrate, dry up.
Alfred, come hurry! You have to stop them. They have a big saw and they're starting to cut old Gnarly down.
Hurry!
Wait! Stop! Don't cut us down!
Stay back, kids. I'm sorry, but the tree has to come down.
His name is Old Gnarly.
Well, it's time to say goodbye to the old guy.
Or maybe not.
Huh?
We think he's thirsty. We found some rock salt in the ground around the base of the tree, over there.
Really?
Water dissolves salt. That's why the ground is so hard here. The salty water traveled down and dried out the roots.
Old Gnarly needs a drink.
A big drink.
Come to think of it, my boots have had salt stains on them for the last 2 days.
Rudy, didn't you say you were delivering some salt for winter last week?
You got that right. You never can be too prepared, I always say.
Any chance you're missing some? You said your cart almost tipped over when you hit the root. Could some have fallen out then?
Yeah, sure. It nearly knocked me out of the cart.
The salt must have started dehydrating old Gnarly's roots, making him dry up.
All we have to do is dig up some of this dirt, replace it, and then give him a drink.
If he can still drink, old what's-his-name will feel a lot better.
Old Gnarly!
Oh, yeah. Old Gnarly, I mean.
Thanks, Alfred. You're the best brother I ever had.
I'm the only brother you ever had.
So?
It's amazing how fast old Gnarly got green again.
And his branches are stronger too. I tested them yesterday.
Race to the tree. Last one buys the pop. Oh, Milo, there's a scuff mark on your shoe.
He got me again.
Win!
Rock salt is a mineral form of sodium chloride. It melts ice because the rock salt and water form a brine, which has a lower freezing point than pure water. So even though it's cold outside, it's not cold enough to freeze the brine.